moving. We know some of you are interested in moving, and we want you to know we put a special package together just for you. What I want you to do is go to revivaltoday.com/moving. Fill out that form, and then once we get that form, we'll send you a special package that's full of resources to help you get to know Pittsburgh. We're so excited. We know you are so excited, and we can't wait to see you at Revival Today Church.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Dallas and I are here to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mass and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today, when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market. Good morning, Doug. On nice and early. How's it going? Joshua Cruz. Yellow Girl, good morning. Gerald, good morning. Inez, Sandra, Lyric. David, good morning. Welcome to Check the Market. Joe Manchin, saving the Republic for now. Julia, good morning. Melanie, good morning. Thank you. Good morning, Mike. Yes, welcome to the fourth quarter, October 1st. It's going by quickly. Good morning, my friend. Yeah! Good morning, Eric, Kenny. Welcome. On this first day of October, markets were looking up last I checked, a couple of minutes ago. But that can change at a minute's notice. So let's see where everything's at right now. Cryptocurrencies are up today. I woke up to a flurry of notifications from my cryptocurrency apps that cryptocurrency was cruising. Ram, are you happy about your cryptocurrency? Already made some... No! What, 10% already on XRP? Good morning, Cami. It is Friday. Friday, the 1st of October. Had to turn the heat on for the first time this morning. Kind of sad because I like summer. I like heat. You're up 10%, right? Yeah. So congratulations to Ram, up 10% on XRP. For now. Market futures are up on every index. European index are trading mixed. Oil is back down a little bit. But crypto is cruising. Doug says, way to go, Ram. He said he couldn't have done it without your guidance, Doug. XRP's at 105. Last I checked, it was at 99 cents. I checked this morning, though. 103. So you must be almost up more than... Oh, man, look at that. Nice. Yeah! Open. 1st of October. Money flowing. Be a good month, everybody. Nobody's talking about the September blues anymore. You must be new or something, man. We the best, man. So we going straight to the moon this month. All the way up. Good morning, James. Yeah, XRP up 4.47%. Money flying. That's right. Thanks for agreeing, Cammy. I think I'm one of the only ones here who likes the heat and doesn't like the cold that much. See, my wife likes the cold. Eric is all the way up. Nice. Let's take a look at some cryptocurrencies before we get into it here. Market is up over the past 24 hours, 7.75%. Bitcoin up 8%, almost 9%, 47,000. Ethereum, 3,200, 7%. Cardano's up 5%. XRP up 7%. Dogecoin up 5%. Do you still have Dogecoin, Ron? No, sold it. I still have Dogecoin. 37 Dogecoin. That's right. So if Dogecoin goes to $1 million a piece, I will have $37 million. David got some SPY. That's good because it's going up today. Oh, wow. So you already have a nice profit there this morning. Dow Jones is up 260 points. NASDAQ up 31 points. And the S&P 500 up 20 points. Good start to the month already. Let's get into it today. We got Joshua is still in AMC since $28. Wow. Let's see where AMC is trading at right now. Oh man, my portfolio is looking good this morning. 39. Oh wow, that's a nice profit right there. Good morning, Andrew. That's right. I am in Mark Cuban's class. I own less Dogecoin than Mark Cuban does. I think he owns like 490 something, $300 worth or something like that. Dogecoin is the best. Yeah. Good morning, Julie. All right, let's get into it. Joe Manchin running the Fed and Bitcoin to increase significantly, and we already saw that this morning. So let's keep hyping it up to the moon. All right, let's see the first article. Here are the most anticipated IPOs and new listings for Q4 21 and early 22. Let's take a look. Stripe, listing type, IPO or direct listing. Timeline 22, valuation 100 billion. The most valuable US startup, which is already competing head-to-head in payments space with Square and PayPal, is reportedly seeking a 2022 IPO or direct listing. So that's one that I'm very interested in, Stripe. Hopefully we'll be able to get in on the IPO on Robinhood. If they could make Stripe available, that would be awesome. The 11-year-old company, founded by two brothers, John and Patrick Collison, may be one of the largest listings on record. The last funding round in March valued the company at $95 billion. But sales in the private market suggest a valuation as high as $152 billion. Given the 22 timeline, its valuation could be materially different by then. Good morning, Andrew. Continue. Next one. Next IPO to watch out for. Rivian. That's one that I'm interested in too. IPO October or November. So it might be coming as soon as this month. Valuation 80 billion. Only weeks ago, the electric pickup maker finally got the green light from 3 regulatory agencies to sell its R1T battery electric pickup to customers. Rivian, which is backed by Amazon, Ford, and T. Rowe Price, and Fidelity, is looking to launch its R1S SUV sometime this fall. Rivian hopes to raise between $5 billion and $8 billion in its IPO, which would peg its valuation at around $80 billion. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson lobbied Amazon to coax Rivian into building a new $1.39 billion factory near Bristol, Sky News recently reported. So Rivian, another one that we'll be keeping our eye on. Continue. Instacart, IPO, also 21. Usually I try to stay away from the Instacart, Uber ones, but who knows, they might make some money. One of the few delivery services not to go public yet or get scooped up in a merger play. Instacart is also one of the few remaining mega unicorns. The largest grocery delivery agent in the US was last valued at $39 billion from a $265 million funding round in March, up 120% from its previous funding round 5 months earlier. As it beefs up its corporate headcount, it's also engaging a new project. In mid-September, Instacart partnered with Kroger to launch their Kroger Delivery Now program nationwide, with delivery times as low as 30 minutes. Dr. J from Milwaukee, good morning. And Pamela from trucking in Arizona. Man, a little jealous there. Next one. Reddit, early 22, also IPO. Robinhood Markets IPO in July was only a foretaste of the feast to come for the Reddit army, which is looking forward to the IPO of its namesake in early next year. In August, Reddit raised $700 million, in part to build its business and attract new users. That round valued the social media network at $10 billion, but since then, Reuters has reported the company is looking for a $15 billion valuation. Whether the stock goes to the moon or leaves early investors unfortunate bag holders, meme stock aficionados will be keeping a close eye on this one. Yes, we will. Continue. Acorns. Acorns listing SPAC 21, 2.2 billion. The 9-year-old company that brings micro investing and robo investing to the masses is set to list on the Nasdaq under the ticker OAKS. Once Acorn completes its planned reverse merger with Pioneer Merger Group, a SPAC that went public itself in March, Acorn CEO Noah Kurna will continue to lead the company along with his management team. Acorns is looking to grow its user base to 8 million users by 23 and generate revenue of $309 million that year. So that might be another one we'll take a look at. Oaks. Acorns grow. Continue. Smith & Wesson will be moving their headquarters to Tennessee from Massachusetts, where they've been for 100 years. Oh, those are gun noises? Thank you. Appreciate that. Proposed gun legislation. Legislation would impact 60% of the gun makers' revenue. Let's see it. Jeff Regnier of Key Firearms and Training discusses how new gun owners are driving sales ahead of President Biden delivering remarks on rising crime rates. Gunmaker Smith & Wesson Brands will relocate its headquarters to Tennessee next year due to proposed firearms legislation in its home state of Massachusetts. The legislation, if enacted, would prevent Smith & Wesson from manufacturing products that accounted for more than 60% of its revenue. Great job, Massachusetts. Way to, kick companies that are providing jobs out of your state. Good job. Continue. These bills would prevent Smith & Wesson from manufacturing firearms that are legal in almost every state in America and that are safely used by tens of millions of law-abiding citizens every day, exercising their constitutional Second Amendment rights. Smith & Wesson CEO Mark Smith said in a statement, Smith & Wesson has been located in Springfield, Massachusetts since being incorporated in 1852. So that's what, 2052 would be 200 years, so that's, 100 and some years? 180? Almost 180 years. That facility will remain operational, but others in Connecticut and Missouri will close as part of the consolidation. Upward of 750 jobs will move from those facilities to the new headquarters in Maryville, Tennessee. Employees who cannot make the move will be offered enhanced severance and job placement services. This has been an extremely difficult and emotional decision for us, but after an exhaustive and thorough analysis for the continued health and strength of our iconic company, we feel that we have been left with no other alternative. Continue. Yeah, a lot of companies are moving to Tennessee and Kentucky, states that are a little bit more friendly to businesses. Massachusetts sucks. Eric. Visa announces a network for stablecoins and CBDCs. Let's see the article. Visa announced a second layer meant to build a universal hub that allows exchanging stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. According to a Thursday announcement, the new system aims to make different digital currencies interoperable by allowing for their real-time conversion. The payments behemoth describes its upcoming system as a network of blockchain networks that would work as a universal adapter. The new Visa Universal Payment Channel would connect multiple digital assets, both governmental and decentralized, to enable the transfer of digital assets from different protocols and wallets. The company explained its vision. Continue. Imagine splitting the check with your friends when everyone at the table is using a different type of money. Some using CBDC like Sweden's e-kroner, and others preferring a private stablecoin like USDC. USDC is Coinbase Global Inc.'s stablecoin. The announcement explains that the project aims to add value to multiple forms of money movement, whether they originate on the Visa network or beyond. The news follows late March reports that Visa became the first major payments network to settle transactions in USDC. So Visa is really going into all of this cryptocurrency and decentralized finance, which makes it an interesting company and a company on our, they have been on our stocks to research list. Where are they? I want to see where they're trading at right now. Because the last time they were a little too expensive. $224. They're still down almost 5% over the last 3 months. I think it's almost a good place to buy there. Continue. Central bank report highlights risk in the race to digital currencies. Let's see the article. I have not heard of that one. LEV. Lion out of Canada. Let me make a note of that. I'll check him out, Sandra. What would be more disruptive to the existing financial order than crypto? Possibly a central bank equivalent if not designed carefully, a new report says. 3 new reports from the Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of central banks, and 7 different central banks, including the Bank of England, Bank of Japan, European Central Bank, and the Federal Reserve, find that while a groundbreaking innovation of monetary policy, central bank digital currency, or CBDC, pose many opportunities and uncertainties. While the use cases for CBDCs, virtual money backed and issued by a central bank, range widely, central banks primarily want to use them as a tool to increase financial inclusion, provide a backstop for all privately managed payment systems, enhance the efficiency of government to collect taxes, among other benefits associated with moving to a cashless society. Continue. One risk highlighted in the new report is the heightened potential for systemic bank runs. During an economic crisis, reduced transaction costs of a CBDC could exacerbate bank runs because these digital currencies might be perceived as a safe haven. Eswar Prasad, senior professor of trade policy at Cornell University and author of a CBDC-focused book, The Future of Money, said bank runs are just one of many risks central banks need to consider when issuing their own digital currency. A low-cost digital payment system provided by a central bank not only risks disruptive the banking system, but also could discourage private sector payment innovations. Yes, I agree. Yes. When looking at volume, what am I comparing it to? You usually want to compare it to the 10-day average of volume. So if you open like any trading app, you just open up here. So the average volume, it's usually 10-day. For Visa is at 7.59 million. And the volume right now, as of 9:45, is 633,000. So you want to compare it to the 10-day average. That's usually how you compare whether volume is high or low. Next article. Key lawmaker at center of spending bill debate demands Fed end asset purchases. So here we have Joe Manchin. Is he running the Fed? Question mark. We'll find out. Let's see the article. Senator Joe Manchin says he will make a deal with his own Democratic Party on a spending bill, but only if the Federal Reserve begins pulling back on its monetary stimulus to the economy. In a signed agreement with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Manchin said he would only support a budget resolution with a top-line number of $1.5 trillion, with no funds in the new legislation dispersed until after all COVID-related federal spending is exhausted. Man, he's playing hardball there. Another condition, the Federal Reserve ends quantitative easing, referring to the central bank's effort to prop up the economy through asset purchases Through QE, the Fed is currently buying about $120 billion a month in U.S. Treasuries and agency mortgage-backed securities. Continue. And continue. Politico first reported the agreement, which was dated July 28th, but has been circulating in recent days to reiterate Manchin's stance on the spending debate. Manchin has been fixated on the Fed's easy money policies as readings on inflation surged through the summer. In August, Manchin penned a letter to Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, blaming the pace of rising prices to the Fed's asset.
And our country's being run by a bunch of
I am deeply concerned that the continuing stimulus put forth by the Fed and proposal for additional fiscal stimulus will lead to our economy overheating and to unavoidable inflation taxes that hardworking Americans cannot afford, Manchin wrote. Manchin concerns with QE extend as far back as 2013, when he voted against Janet Yellen's nomination to the Fed chair. Good job. On the basis that she didn't support a limit nor a desire to back off. Continue. It is unclear how Congress would actually go about forcing the Fed to start slowing its QE program, but any efforts to do so may be moot given the central bank's messaging that will likely announce its intention to do so in just a little over a month. Manchin has tied his concerns over QE to his desire for a spending bill with a smaller price tag than his more progressive colleagues are aspiring for. My top line has been $1.5 trillion because I believe in my heart that we can do and with the needs we have right now and what we can afford to do without basically changing our whole society to an entitlement mentality. Good job. Well said, Senator Manchin. Continue. Although Manchin has pointed to inflation as a consequence of pandemic-era government spending and the Fed's money printing, the Fed itself has attributed high inflation readings to transitory factors. One example, a shortage in chips that has constrained new car production and contributed to surging used car prices. These are not things we control. We don't control the supply of semiconductors. Manchin's comments come as lawmakers simultaneously attempt to deal with a debt ceiling crunch and so forth and so on. Continue. For a Senate that's 50-50 split between Democrats and Republicans, Manchin's vote is critical for the White House. But the administration has maintained that it's critical for Congress to move quickly. It would be catastrophic for the economy and for individual families. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told Congress alongside Powell, she said Social Security payments and paychecks to service members could be delayed past October 18th. That's all just fear-mongering. They need to relax. Absolutely, that's what he said. Next. How a Bitcoin court case in Japan may create crypto millionaires. So there is a crypto company, Mt. Gox, that went bankrupt because of a hack. Let's see the article. This is interesting. A bankruptcy case in Japan will conclude next month where $6 billion worth of Bitcoin could be distributed to thousands of recipients across the globe. The resolution of the Mt. Gox Bitcoin exchange insolvency case could create a multitude of new Bitcoin millionaires. This is because many of the 36,800 Mt. Gox creditors who have been waiting almost a decade for reimbursement have payout claims in the hundreds or the thousands of Bitcoin. Mt. Gox is based in Japan and was once the world's largest Bitcoin exchange, handling 70% of global transactions. The company filed for bankruptcy after a series of hacks in 2014 that saw 850,000 Bitcoin disappear, nearly 2% of the total amount of Bitcoin that will ever exist. However, 200,000 have since been recovered and will be returned to the creditors at either 2014 fiat currency prices, boo, or as Bitcoin. That's what you want, depending on whether a civil rehabilitation plan is passed. Continue. Since Bitcoin has soared in value by more than 100 times since 2014 bankruptcy, the creditors favor payout in Bitcoin, so the exchange creditors are hoping that a majority of yes votes agreeing with this civil rehabilitation plan are filed at Japanese court by the online deadline of 8th of October and the in-person deadline of 20th October. The magnitude of a possible $6 billion Bitcoin payout has led crypto analysts to warn of possible market shock where recipients dump their newly acquired Bitcoin en masse after taking back ownership of their coins. Well, if they do, we will buy the dip. With thousands of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash billed to enter into the market through Mt. Gox, there remains fears that the overall impact on price will be brutal when the exchange's holders liquidate their positions. Next. Billionaire Orlando Bravo owns Bitcoin. Says it will increase significantly. I'm very bullish. Let's see the article. Orlando Bravo, the billionaire who co-founded private equity firm Thoma Bravo, says he's very bullish on Bitcoin, expecting the cryptocurrency to increase significantly. He described crypto isn't just a great system, it's frictionless, it's decentralized, and young people want their own financial system, so it's here to stay. Orlando Bravo, the co-founder and managing partner of private equity firm Thoma Bravo, talked about Bitcoin Wednesday at CNBC's Delivering Alpha conference. His net worth as of September 29th is $6.3 billion. According to Forbes, Bravo is reportedly the first Puerto Rican billionaire. Continue. How could you not love crypto? He said at a conference. Crypto is just a great system. It's frictionless. It's decentralized. And young people want their own financial system, so it's here to stay. The underlying technology of blockchain, regardless of what protocol or what system you are building upon, can be very powerful and sometimes provides better use cases than database software. In July, Thomas Bravo participated in a funding round for FTX trading. Bravo also revealed Wednesday that he has personally invested in Bitcoin, stating, "For me, it's pretty simple. More people are going to use it in the future than today, and it's going to be more established. Institutions are just beginning to go there, and once that happens, I think it'll increase significantly over the years. I'm very bullish." Doug says large amounts of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are moving off exchanges last week or so. So they're moving them into, what do you think, into hard wallets? People might be keeping them for the long term. Continue. Dogecoin co-founder. Cold storage, yeah. That's interesting. Dogecoin co-founder suggests an Ethereum bridge to Doge and compatible NFT markets. That's good. That's good news, though, because that means they're going to hold long term, waiting for a market to go up even more. Thank you. Just leave it there. The popular crypto asset Dogecoin has gained a whopping 7,500% during the last 12 months and reached a high of 73 cents per unit on May 8th. However, Doge is down 72% since that all-time high and 25% during the last month. While the Dogecoin co-founder Jackson Palmer criticized the crypto world and said it was managed by powerful cartels like the Winklevoss twins, Billy Marcus speaks out about crypto in a positive manner. So we'll have to keep an eye. When people start moving their cryptos back out of the cold storage wallets, that'll be a sell signal. So as soon as we see large amounts, we need to sell. I'm holding for the long term. XRP to the moon, $1 million per XRP. On Wednesday, Marcus tweeted about the meme-based crypto network he helped create and discussed how the project could be helped by adding two things. Number one, continue. Two things I believe would help Dogecoin: the completion of a Doge Ethereum bridge and NFT platforms like OpenSea, allowing for Doge Ethereum token to be used for purchases. NFT purchasing is in high demand with crypto, allowing for Doge purchases of NFT greatly increases its utility. Marcus' idea follows a suggestion from co-founder of Ethereum Vitalik Buterin during the first week of September. Personally, I hope that Doge can switch to POS soon, perhaps using Ethereum code. I also hope they don't cancel the 5 billion per year annual POW issuance. Instead, they put in some kind of DAO that funds global public goods. Would fit well with Dogecoin's non-greedy, wholesome ethos. Continue. Meanwhile, a number of individuals liked Marcus' concept of an Ethereum Doge bridge and NFT utility. Doge being implemented into the NFT ecosystem would be a huge benefit to the community, one individual said in response to the Doge co-creator's tweet. A Twitter account dubbed DogeX tweeted, "Hey Billy Marcus, our metaverse developer spoke with Steven Steele about this last week. We are actively trying to work with you on this concept while we build out the DogeX ecosystem." Doug, where do you view the volume of movement into cold storage wallets? What's in my cup? It is a pumpkin. It's not black organic French roast. I don't know what the coffee is. Probably some sort of espresso. No, it's a cold brew. Right? Cold brew with cold foam.
It's that simple.
Is that what that is? Is it cold brew? From Black and Brew? And then cold foam, right? On top. Okay. So yeah, that's what that is. At Whale Alerts on Twitter is one I follow. So at Whale Alerts, Cami, that's where you can watch out for that. How much of your XRP or any crypto do you keep in a hard wallet versus not? Bitcoin is all in a hard wallet, just because I plan on keeping that for a long term. XRP, it is it's all in exchanges right now, just because of the volatility that was in it. Ethereum is in cold storage wallets because I'm holding Ethereum until it hits 10,000, or that's the plan at least. So once it gets close to there, I'll take it out of the cold storage wallet. But it would be just based on personal preference. I don't want, even though I use Coinbase for most of the exchanges, I don't ever want there to be a hack. Just like Mt. Gox was like the largest crypto exchange, I don't ever want there to be a hack where then I lose the Bitcoin, because that, in my opinion, is the most valuable one. So that's in a cold storage. Doug has 30% in cold storage of XRP. So you can allocate whatever you're comfortable with into cold storage. Continue. Manchin is going to get his strategic pause, and I'm all for it. So the reconciliation bill and all those trillions of dollars that they were trying to push through this week didn't go through because of Manchin. So there will be new negotiations. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. But it's good that he put his foot down, because who knows what would have happened there. Like he said, it might have created an entirely new welfare state in the U.S. So good job, Senator Manchin, for standing up. And that bill was full of stuff like that $600 thing, reporting to the IRS, the new fees for OSHA, all sorts of things that were in that 2,500 pages worth of stuff that nobody had even completely looked through. So it's a good thing that it's on pause. That way, take a good look at it. Let's go over the stocks to research for today. I said yesterday that we're going to look at some REITs, some real estate investment trusts. So I looked some up for you there. Low risk is, we've gone over this one before. It's called Fundrise, fundrise.com. It's a real estate investment company. You can invest a minimum of $1,000 and start earning returns ranging from 6 to 14% annually. If you're unable to invest hundreds of thousands in private real estate investments, this is the best place to start. It's basically a pool of investors that buy apartment complexes, new construction, and then gives you the returns on the investments you made. It's sort of like a REIT, but it's not publicly traded. So it's not traded on any exchanges. You actually have to go to fundrise.com and sign up for an account. Usually funds like this are only open to accredited investors. So if you have a liquid net worth of over $1 million, but Fundrise wanted to do something for everyone. So fundrise.com is one that you can take a look at. That's more low risk, but your money will be tied up. So if you do invest in Fundrise, just be aware that your money might be tied up in the long term. There's only once or twice a year where you have a chance to get your money out. A good cold storage hard wallet is Trezor. The one that I have, Trezor, is it's a Czech company, and when I ordered it, it actually came from the Czech Republic, and so I'm sure that's one that you can use in Canada as well. It's like a little USB that you connect to your computer. Medium risk, so that was low risk, is Fundrise, but beware that your money might be tied up for a while. But when investing in real estate, you know, you gotta be sure that your money is going to be tied up for a while usually. Medium risk, WPC. WP Carey Incorporated. It's a diversified real estate investment trust. Its real estate portfolio includes WPC, single tenant, industrial warehouse, office, retail, self-storage facilities. Yeah, real estate is not liquid. They even own a hotel. Earnings are good. They didn't lose earnings in 2020, which is a huge plus. That's one thing that I look for REITs now. Consistent earnings growth and some dividend growth. Price to book is okay, 1.87x. This company has a great dividend yield at 5.76%. When it comes to REITs, I always like to see a dividend yield above 5%. Otherwise, I don't want to tie up my cash in anything that produces less than that, especially when it comes to real estate. So I'd rather invest in something like Fundrise and tie my money up for a couple of years, but I'm earning, usually more than 7%, which if you look at the rule of sevens, at 7%, your money doubles every 7 years. So that's why I like Fundrise. So if it's not more than 5%, I don't like investing in REITs that give me less than that. The company should be able to repay all of its debts, but there's still risks associated with investing in REITs, such as a market downturn or real estate crash, something like that. Excuse me. Came out of nowhere, my goodness. It came from the depths right there. Yeah! Medium to high risk, so it's high risk. GNL, Global Net Lease. This is one that I have allocated 5% of my personal portfolio to. Global Net Lease, GNL. It's a real estate investment trust. The company's focused on a global portfolio of commercial properties. They acquire property with the focus of leasing it out. Consistent revenue growth. Even through the pandemic, they still had 98% rent collection and were in negotiations with companies that didn't pay rent. They just announced that the second quarter, they had 100% of rents collected. Third quarter it would be. Great dividends at around 9.99%. So that's because the stock went back down. I bought it right around this range. So it's right around $16. That's where I bought it. Went all the way up to over $21 and then came back down. Consistent dividend payouts, rent out facilities to U.S. government, freight companies, medical companies, but risks include higher debt than capital than most of its peers, could face trouble servicing its debt if there's a serious economic crash. So it's I picked the shares up between 16 and 21% of that range, and I'm still holding even though it's back down to 16%. Thank you, Sandra. So GNL for high risk, that's one that I have personally 5% of my portfolio allocated to. For real estate, GNL, Global Net Lease. There's quite a few real estate investment trusts that have over 5% dividend yield. If you go to Screen for Stocks, can you guys pull that up real quick? Go to finviz.com. Yeah, Finviz, FINVIZ.com. I'm sure most people know how to screen for stocks, but for those of you who don't, we'll do it real quick. FINVIZ.com. So for real estate, it's usually a 5+ year investment for me. So go to screener up there on that gray tab. Go back to screener. Then go to sector. It's in the third column at the top. Or go to industry. It's in the fourth column. Scroll over, industry, and then scroll all the way down to real estate. Right there. Let's just do real estate diversified. So REIT diversified, not that one. The REITs, REIT diversified. Yep, that's real estate investment trust. And then let's take a look at, go to fundamental. It's that little, like where it says filters, that little gray bar at the top. Fundamental, scroll up. It's at the top. Right above sector in the third column. Right there. Yep, that's filters. Now go all the way to the right where it says fundamental. There you go. And then we should see. Doesn't show dividend. This doesn't show everything. Go to technical. Where's the dividend? Go back to descriptive. Oh, dividend yield right there. Second column. Now do 5%. So there it shows you. That's how you screen for it. It's for the real estate investment trust. So if you use Finviz, that's what you do. You go to industry, REIT, diversified, or any other REIT that you're looking for, and then dividend yield over 5%. And you can go through the company, take a look at, you know, their management, what they do, what they invest in, and those are a couple that you can do right there. If you're interested in investing in real estate investment trusts, it's always good to have a little bit of your portfolio allocated to real estate. All right, let's do the tip of the day. I've got one for you today. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do not let the fear of missing out have you make bad investment decisions or break your investment ground rules. If you do, it'll lead you to invest in AMC or GameStop at the highest point right before it starts to tank. If you miss the boat on a run-up stock, just wait for the next one. There'll always be a next one. Don't let your FOMO, or your fear of missing out, have you make a mistake that'll take you a while to recover from in your portfolio. Yeah, some of the REITs pay monthly dividends. Some of them pay them quarterly. But it's always good to have some of it allocated. If you are interested in investing in Revival today and everything that we do here, you can do so today, last day of the week. What I'm going to do is for everybody who donates this week, we're going to send you that shirt, the Buy the Dip shirt. But what I'm going to do is I just saw that APMEX, the American Precious Metals Exchange, has some new Ethereum silver coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 2 of those, and I'm going to give them out to somebody, to a random person who donates. So what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody who donates this week and claims to check the Buy the Dip shirt. And if you have already, make sure you do. And I'll send it to one random person. The Ethereum silver coin. So it'll be a pure silver coin with Ethereum. It has like Ethereum written on it and stuff. It's from BitPay, I believe it is. You got a picture for the coin? There you go, from BitPay, the new Ethereum coin. So that's an actual silver coin, and I'll be sending those to a random person if you donate today. Thank you, Bethany, for donating. So you can do hashtag donate and then the amount, just like Bethany did right there. You can go to revivaltoday.com/give and text RT to 50155. Cash App $RTGive, Venmo at RTGive, revivaltoday.com/PayPal for PayPal. You can also scan the code for cryptocurrencies right there. We have a whole range of different cryptocurrencies you can give. And if that's too complicated, you can always call our office, 412-446-2332. You can also send us a check, Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. And then don't forget to claim your offer at revivaltoday.com/offer. For the check the dip, not buy the dip shirt, not check the dip. Buy the dip shirt. And we'll pick a random person that will get some Ethereum silver coins. But you have to claim your offer. Awesome. Evangelist Jonathan is coming up at 11 a.m. for Revival Today Live. Then at 4 p.m., we'll be live with Maddie Ortiz. Check the news tonight at 10 p.m. And then Monday morning prayer. And then check the market again. Everybody have a great weekend. Make some money today. Let's see where the market's at one last time. Ooh, the Nasdaq's in the red now. Just a little bit, though. S&P 500 is still up a little bit. Dow Jones is up almost 0.5%. So, trading mixed. But yeah. Have a great weekend. Go out there, make some money today. First day of October. I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend.